We'll be moving on to the next topic. It's called How to Protect Your Business Idea. I think a very important topic because everyone says, well, when's the right time to talk about my idea? I'm scared that someone's going to steal it. I hear it on a daily basis. The next gentleman might have some answers. From a company called Movinga, you may have heard. They made quite an impact. Boys and girls, please welcome on stage Chris Maslowski. Welcome on stage, Chris. Stage is yours. Enjoy yourself.
Can you hear me well?
No, I haven't got your microphone yet. Let's see, is it on mute? Let me see. Nope. Boys, can we have that microphone? Which number is that? It's 106, because microphones are an awesome invention. If not, just talk in here. How's life?
Pretty well.
Okay, so anything you want to share?
Yeah, I've got like 20 minutes to share right now, but
Yeah,
let's fix the microphone
we'll
first.
make the best.
I think main theme of my speech will be that you definitely don't have to scare. Thank you. Don't fear competition at all. I think what we've seen over the last 12 or 16 months, we really feared competition all the time, and it turned out we didn't really have to. It only made us faster and better. But I'm sure some of you don't know what we actually do. So we started in the business space, which is not as sexy like fintech right now. Like number 26, we started in the moving industry. When my co-founder, Bastian, and I were close to graduate from university, we thought, like, we looked at different markets, and we looked at the moving market and just saw that it's totally broken. You have a huge spread in price and quality. It's very intransparent. Alone in Germany, you have more than 8,000 moving firms. So it's a perfect market for a marketplace model. So we said, okay, we want to build the big moving brand in Europe and in the US, because there's simply non-moving brand. When we look at our revenue right now, we're already the largest moving firm for households in Europe by now. So it didn't really take us long to overtake old established business who have been in business for more than 100 years. And our goal is to revolutionize the entire space. All right, maybe a few words about me. I didn't study at WU, I studied at WHU in Germany. I worked in a startup in Malaysia where I did the rollout from Malaysia to the Philippines. It was like an online comparison website for consumer financial products, which was incredibly interesting because before I got there, I just thought every Asian country is basically the same. They just have different eyes and that's it. But turned out to be, I proved to be wrong. And then I went back to Europe, worked at Rothschild in investment banking. And yeah, since I think February last year, we're working on Movinga. Me is Chris and my co-founder is Bastian. What we actually do is, when you build a marketplace, you have to create value for both sides of the market. So for the customer, right now, there is no trustworthy real brand in the market. And we just said, we want to build that one single brand. So when people think about shoes in Europe, they think about Zalando. When they think about moves, they are supposed to think about Movinga in 2 years. And, sorry. So we just want to build a big brand around moving. We were sure that we don't want to own trucks. We don't know how the actual service goes. Back then when we started, we conducted the first moves ourselves. It was extremely painful. I don't want to do that ever again. And then on the other side, we have our partner firms. So we decided, okay, we're going to go with partner firms. They are going to do the job. And then we looked at the structure of the market and saw most moving firms, they own 2, 3, maybe 4 trucks. If the wife of the owner is out shopping, they don't have a customer service team, because that's the customer service team. They don't have anyone for online marketing. They don't have anyone for customer acquisition. What they do is they maybe go on My Hammer, try to collect some jobs, or they put put an ad into a newspaper and just wait for customers, and that obviously doesn't work anymore nowadays. So we went to small moving firms and told them, hey, look, I have one job for you. Just give the best you can, just deliver good customer experience, and if you do, I have 100 other jobs waiting for you. And that's how we got the partners on board. And so that's basically a marketplace model. But then on the next step, we started to brand our moving day helpers, we started to brand our trucks, and we started to bring in technology. So customers could book the move online, they didn't have to call in. We developed an efficient routing algorithm, blah, blah, blah. But the talk is supposed to be not about Movinga, but how you can protect your business idea. And I saw a similar chart in the speech beforehand. The basic idea, what I just want to say is that the idea about a business is worth nothing, really nothing. I mean, I bet everyone in this room has at least 5 different business ideas. At least when you think about it, 2 or 3 minutes, everyone has ideas. Everyone, especially when you talk to other people who study business administration or study tech, all of them have ideas every single day, but they only put 1 out of 1,000 into practice. So if you have a poor idea and poor execution, it's not going to work out. But even if you have a great idea and poor execution, it's not going to work out either, unless you have a lot of luck. And then what I want to say is a poor idea with great execution can turn out to be a billion-dollar company. So it really is about execution. Even if you start with a horrible idea, you can still make a pivot. And if it's not working, just do another pivot. And I mean, execution also includes having a good team, having a good product, and so further. So I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with the Movinga story, but you can read it in the press on Gründerszene that we talked to a lot of business angels. And then it turned out, like, we talked to a business angel, and then suddenly 2 weeks later, he founded a company called Movago, doing the exact same thing. And we always feared talking to other people about our idea because we thought they're going to steal it. When Bastian and I started, after I think 6 weeks, we started to get calls from Rocket, from Olli Samwer, and we always rejected these calls. We said, oh no, we're not working on a startup. I'm going into investment banking, blah, blah, blah. Because we always feared that someone else is going to go into that space and they're going to crush us. But then when we moved to Berlin last year in May, it turned out that we talked to a lot of people. And on the plus side, we gained, like now we have on our cap table 10, 12 angel investors who provide value every single week. So if I have a question about online marketing, I can ask the eDarling founders, because they have done tremendous amounts of online marketing, for example. Now we have 3 great investors in the company, Index and Earlybird, and guess what? Rocket Internet with Global Founders Capital. And then that helped us, like talking to people, it helped us to recruit more people for our company. It helped us to validate our idea and to raise further funding. So we have all of that on the plus side. On the negative side, we have just one funded competitor. And that competitor actually made us faster. We iterated faster, and we just put a lot more focus on execution. So it turned out, like one of the angels we talked to founded a competitor. Okay, that's not the best outcome. But on the other hand, we have that big amount of people supporting us. So I think it's a pretty good outcome, talking about your business idea with other people. And one thing, when we noticed that we got competition in the market, we just noticed we just have to be faster. We always put a lot of emphasis on being fast and faster, but that on the day we heard that Movago launched, we said, okay, we have been growing at 50% month on month. Now it's got to be 100%. And it turned out that we reached our target. We have been growing at a rate of 100% month on month. And right now we're active in 7 different countries. and we just founded the company 1.5 years ago. And right now we have around, I think, 450 employees. So we just said, okay, we have a competitor, just go faster. And that's what I was saying. It's all about execution. It's not about the idea. Everyone can have an idea to build an online moving company. It's just about execution and ramp up your business. Other factor to protect your business idea is obviously technology. When you think about our business model, we sell moves online. Just find a moving firm. Everyone can do that. You just need to have a phone, talk to customers on the phone, convert them, just call up a moving firm, that's it. But this way you'll never have a competitive edge. So we developed a smart routing algorithm. So when you move, for example, from Munich to Berlin in Germany, or let's say from Munich to Vienna, we'll give our moving firm a job from Vienna to Munich on the next day. And this way we can reduce costs by up to 70% and actually having a competitive edge in the race against our competitor. And we already had that slide. I just wanted to emphasize, we also tried to provide value to our partners because we knew if we have a moving firm working for Movinga, they can work for our competitor. So we always try to measure their satisfaction with our service. We always try to provide them extra services beyond the just regular jobs. So we provided them financing, for example. We developed software for them just to make their life easier. And this way, make it hard for our competitor to go into the same market and grab our partners. And then on the customer side, it's quite nice about the moving space that 70% of all customers do the research prior to the move online. And when you think about it, like Immobiliare, for example, it's the largest property portal in Italy, or ImmoScout is the largest property portal, I think, in Germany. And there's lots of property portals. And since we were the first in the market, we just went to them and closed exclusive agreements with them. So they partner with us, so we locked in the demand side, and our competitors couldn't focus on grabbing our partners because we locked them into long-term partnerships. And then, obviously, you've probably heard that a million times. If you really want to outpace your competition, you just have to build a rockstar team. And when we hired, we always said we want to have a great team, but what does a great team mean? For us, experience is sometimes it's important. Like if we hire someone for marketing, it's important that he has done that before, especially for tech roles, it's very important to have experience. But for more general roles, experience doesn't matter that much. What we really look at is potential. So people have to be smart, they have to be willing to learn, and they have to have the extra drive. So we don't want to have people that leave the office at 6. We don't want to have people that leave the office at 8. If they really have to, we want people that work until midnight or later on, because they want to go the extra mile and they want to learn something on the job. So that basically goes in line with being driven and also entrepreneurial. As I said, we have around 450 employees right now, and each and every one of them has to be entrepreneurial. It's not Bastian and me that's making the ongoing everyday decisions. They have to make their own decisions on the job every single day, again and again. And then, as I said, sometimes it's important for some roles to have experienced hires, but in general, potential and driven people are way more important than experienced people. So just to sum it up, just focus on perfect execution if you fear a competitor. So if you have a great idea and you fear that someone else could pick up the idea, just start tomorrow or just start tonight and bring it online, get the first customers, and just get going. Talk to a lot of people. Sometimes it's going to hurt you, but in 98% of the time, it's going to help you a lot. Scale up ultra fast. I'm not saying that you have to grow at 100% month on month, but try to be at least grow at 80%, whatever, just as fast as you can. And really use technology to outpace your competition. and really bring value. So don't start a business model that's not really creating value for your customers. And then, as I said, we have like all these partnerships with exclusivity, leverage partnerships, because like when you heard the speech about number 26, they got in a partner bank in the beginning because they knew they couldn't do it themselves. So it makes a lot of sense partnering up with different people. And then, obviously, build a rockstar team. These were basically our learnings from the first 1.5 years, how we outpaced our competition and just stayed ahead of things. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. I'll grab that.
Thank you.
Thanks a million. I'll take that.